Let's see. So I would also say no, depending on their age, obviously. So like most likely, if they hear about social media, they'll probably hear from like some kid at their school, probably like early elementary, late elementary or early middle school. And depending on their age, like Nakib said, it'll probably either be like a no or like a conversation like, well, you can have one, but not now. You're too young, or like, you're not ready for it, or like it's just like too complicated for you, or like some explanation as to why they can't have it, not just like a straight
God said
no.
it's a sin.
Yeah, always use the God card if you can.
The God card is always good. Just carrying around a winged dragon of Ra with you all the time.
They would use the religion to be like, finish your food or you're going straight to hell.
Yeah.
So when I wanted something like a bike or like a scooter, and my friends had it, and I asked my dad like, hey, he has one, why can't I have one? Right? My dad's answer would probably be because their parents don't care about them, or some shit like that. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't think I would end up saying that.
That's a little troll answer. Holy shit.
That's a
That
fucking
is
troll
true.
answer. But like, what do you say to that?
No, as a
My
kid, you
dad
can't
just
say
told me-
anything.
Yeah, as a kid, you're like, what the fuck? Wait, what?
I got that answer in relation to me wanting to go outside and like hang out with my friends. I'd be like,
Oh,
"Wow,
yeah.
they're all hanging out after school. Can I go hang out with them?" She's like, "Not they're street kids. Their parents
Not
don't
on a
care."
school night. Oh yeah.
They
Not on a
belong. Pratik, I'm sorry, we cut you off. What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah.
that's right.
So I also have like a side. I'm sorry. That's never mind.
Okay.
I have a tangent. When would you guys have the sex talk with your kids?
Oh, maybe we should stay on topic for now. That's a
I don't
very
have
big
kids.
tangent.
I don't have to worry
because
about that.
the reason I'm bringing it up is because I feel like I would probably have the sex talk before the social media talk.
Whoa, that's really early, dude.
Really, that's interesting.
That's
Oh.
really early.
I feel like
The reason why I think this question is worth talking about, Nakib, is because unfortunately social media can have explicit things,
Oh,
right?
that's true. No, that's true. Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
Kids can be exposed to things they either don't understand or don't grasp the weight of.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. No, I see that. I see that argument.
And also, when you're on social media, there are a bunch of pedophiles, right? And how do you explain to a kid without having a
no.
sex
How do
talk?
Oh
Explain
no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, Rafi, wait,
Yeah, how do you
Rafi-
explain to a kid that there's a person out there who
Wait.
wants to like?
Wait, really quickly. Rafi said something that I want him to
I didn't hear
expand
it.
on. Rafi said, "I don't have to worry about that." I don't know what this means.
I mean, for
Oh.
now,
Oh,
It's
for
not
now.
something I have to
Okay,
worry
okay.
about for
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. Of course.
I don't have kids, so what do I have to worry about? I'll
Lit.
figure out when I get there.
That is
Yeah.
true.
That's a
So
talk that like.
I mean, I just wanted to bring
I'm
it
not
up. It
sure
was
I
just
do
like a
that.
No,
little
that's the
side.
thing. I think that a lot of this is unfortunately going to come down to, all right, we'll just have to wing it as parents.
I'm being so idealistic. Like, so
Okay.
Yeah,
idealistic.
Right.
This is
Guys,
everything we're saying right now is in the vacuum of as if we could understand what's going on, look at the big picture, and cherry pick right the exact moment we think is the best time to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Independent of other outside factors. But in terms of the sex talk, I understand why you would say you should probably have the talk before you talk about social media, because it's so easy for kids to either make jokes that are wildly inappropriate or make references to things that they just
Yeah.
don't grasp. I think like the easiest thing the easiest example I can think of is like middle schoolers joking about rape on social media and not understanding just how heavy and how much of
Yeah.
a like exactly what that even entails, right? A lot of kids could just see it as ha ha ha, like that's it, right? They don't understand exactly what's even like what that means or how
Yeah.
how much of a dark topic that is.
The weight of that
Right.
conversation is a lot
Right.
more. Is a lot more. I mean, it's just a lot more heavy than like kids legitimately think it is. I mean, kids joke about everything. Kids in middle school are the most
Yeah.
heartless bastards I've ever met in my
Kids-
life.
Kids can be really fucking vicious.
Middle school can be really heartless. Yeah. Also, I have a side question. Did your parents ever have the sex talk with you guys?
Never.
No.
We're all
No.
brown. We're all
I
I
brown.
still don't know
No.
what it is.
I'm pretty sure
Never
I don't think
heard
any of
I
us
don't know
do.
what it is.
public school system has taught us
Yep.
either that or the minute we get married, suddenly God will give us the information in a moment of divine intervention,
Yes.
and we will suddenly know how to make children.
No.
Guys,
I
no,
don't know
in
what it is.
fifth grade, I think there was a plan for us to have a sex talk in class, right? There's like someone was gonna come in, explain how it is, and explain the dangers of unprotected sex and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They sent a permission slip home. It's more of a notice. Your parents didn't need to sign; you just had to show it to them, and
Right.
then
I
maybe
remember having
what
one of
signed like
Didn't
a
have that.
acknowledgement of this happening. But my mom was like, no. She wrote down no, and then she told the teacher, tell her you can't hear, and she said it really calm,
She
right?
said you told her you can't hear, like you're deaf.
No. Tell her you can't hear this. Tell her you
Okay,
don't
okay.
want to hear this,
Okay.
right?
I see.
And I was like, Ma, but I already know what this is. She was like, no, you don't. You'll understand when you're older. And I was
When
like,
you're
no,
married.
you do. Like I'm in 5th grade. We joke about this stuff.
Just
Oh
to
my
share my own
God, dude.
experience, I believe it was either like 6th or 7th grade in my middle school that we had this talk, right?
Yep.
And it was like just like they sent out the waivers, and it was like it was just like it wasn't even yes or no. It was just sign this out if you want
Acknowledgement,
to
right?
go, right?
Yeah.
Like just an opt-out form essentially, right? And I remember my mom reading the form, being
Oh,
like,
okay.
is this necessary? And I was just like, I don't know if it's necessary. Like my dumbass middle school stuff that isn't fully aware of what's going on, doesn't understand the weight of the sex talk. But all I told her was, if you say no, they'll pull me out of class, right? And
Oh
put me
my
somewhere
God.
else, right? My mom heard that, and she's like, I don't need my son pulled out of class for this. I'm gonna just say yeah. The public
What?
school system can do with it as they will.
I don't know if
Uh.
I'm just not remembering, but I don't have a memory of that talk in like 6th grade or 7th grade. Like my earliest memory of the school system telling me was in physical education, not PE. What? It was in is it sex ed in high school?
Health?
Probably
Yeah, health.
Health
Yeah.
class, health class.
Health in high school. Like that was the first official thing. Because I don't remember. I can't actually remember whether like I was pulled out of class during that conversation or we just never had it. I just don't remember.
I remember like one day I think they separate all the boys and the girls. The boys are in one room, girls in another room, and we watched a video about our changing bodies or something like
What's
that.
a video?
I think it was just like
Watched the
people
video?
explaining like how you like grow or whatever, or like
Oh,
someone was
Rafi
there.
went to a good school. He got actual video.
You
No,
didn't need
no.
to go to a better one.
You didn't go to
Mommy and
117
Daddy
for
paid
elementary school, did you?
private school.
Elementary, I went to PS 86, the school
Oh,
right next to the
oh
Wait,
no.
are we going
Oh, never
to-
mind, no.
Not a problem.
I'm not I don't remember whether or not it was a elementary school or middle school, but like it was a day where like they separated the boys and girls and they had like someone explaining like how your body changes as you grow up or something.
I will say
Interesting.
on the day that they explained in my middle school how like how everyone's like how puberty works essentially, right? And they split up the boys and girls. I remember the gym teacher passed out Old Spice deodorant to all the dudes.
You're
Yes.
right?
shitting
Yes.
me. What?
The side of the deodorant was like a little information packet, basically explaining puberty to you, and like this, like maybe the size of your 4 fingers, right? Like a tiny little cute packet, right, with pictures and illustrations, right? And then one of the pages
What?
was, here's what an erection is, right?
I wish I had.
Oh.
What the hell?
And it had like a diagram for it.
Oh, I
right?
didn't have that.
And I remember my health teacher at the time was like, okay, so we're having this talk. You're going to take this home. You're going to apply the deodorant, yada, yada. Just make sure you don't do too much, right? And like, don't slice off a bit and just leave it under your armpits to melt or some shit like that. I remember that joke because I was like, that's a weird joke, but I guess that's a valid point to make in case someone's really stupid. And she was like, all right, just make sure, you want to take this information as guys. You want to just keep it to yourself. All the girls don't need to hear about this, right?
Dude, the
and
girls
I think
had enough
later
to
we
worry
found
about
out
that
The
day.
girls were told more or less the same thing for their own information and their own packets. Literally, the next period, my class at gym, everyone's showing each other packets and
Oh
looking
my
at
god.
programs. Oh, that's what this looks like. Oh, that's what that looks like. And it's all these information packets. And I remember the health class was run by the gym teacher. So our class specifically had him next period. And he just looked at us like, oh, the packet's already out. Like that. It was like, why would you expect these kids to not share the thing you told them not to share? Like how
To their friends, yeah.
naive.
Oh, I have a stupid puberty story. Holy moly. So I was in high school, like in the very epicenter of puberty. I was at the peak puberty phase. I was maybe like sophomore, right? I think that's like peak puberty, like 15, right?
Yeah.
I remember, like, I mean, this is like, as guys, we have. What happens during puberty, guys? Like, for us, what happens? What's the big
Body
thing that
hair.
generally body hair, right? Body hair.
Body hair, yeah.
Body hair, and then what's the random thing that happens every 5 minutes
Oh,
when you're
boners
15?
all the time.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
yeah. So it happens, right? I mean, every guy's experienced the random one in class and have to stand up. So this is not that type of story. I was in class one day, right? And yeah, it happened, right? And I was leaving class, and all of a sudden, like, there's like it's like a weird feeling, like, in my pants, right? I'm just like very strange. It's not like, oh, horny or anything like that, right? And I thought, like, legitimately thought, my 15-year-old brain was like, is this the next thing of puberty? Am I like, what's going on? Like, why is my leg like shaking? And then I put my hand in my pocket, and it's just my phone vibrating. That's all it was. It was just my phone vibrating. And I was like, I was such a fucking idiot.
Oh.
Okay.
I want to make fun of you, but also, you're a dumbass kid who doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
You have no idea what this stuff
Yeah.
means or what it's
Yeah.
supposed to
Yeah, and speaking of, like, the whole, like, you guys got the whole deodorant packet thing. I don't know, did Rafi Pratik, did you get anything like that in school?
Yeah, I got that. I didn't get the pamphlet showing what an erection is or anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just a
we
big
were
ass
The same day, the girls also got the period.
Oh.
so in
So
middle
the
school.
guys were like laughing
oh,
about dicks and shit and like body hair and pubes, right? Because some of the kids had pubes, whatever, right? But then the girls came back like fucking mortified. Like they just found out every single month or so, right? They're gonna bleed, and it's never gonna stop until menopause.
Okay.
Alright, I think
we-
we can't get too much of a conversation about
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but girls, I think we can all appreciate and just recognize girls have it rough.
Yes,
Right,
they do.
yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Puberty, girls have it really rough.
Nah, bro, I gotta
Oh, yeah.
shave every week. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, this is like, I never had that thing like from the high school, like deodorant and anything. Like they never taught me. But I got very lucky with the family that I have. My mom, crazy hygienic, like just a little crazy on that side. And same with my aunt who lived with me. And as soon as they saw a semblance of armpit hair, I got deodorant. And I got yelled at to like make sure I take a shower every fucking day. Like I got yelled at to make sure I took a shower every day, and they would like at the first like few months, my mom would put on my deodorant for me to make sure I did it right. Like she'd be like, "Get over here." yeah. Like she'd be like, "Get over here. I'm not making you smell like shit. That'll never happen in this household." And I'm like, "Okay, mom." And then as soon as I turned like 15, my mom gave me like a razor. So like, I got lucky with my mom.
So, my parents, when I was going to puberty, they were like, yeah, so you need to start cleaning yourself up. Like they were telling me to like, clean my armpit hair and like my pubes and all that, right? So like, I think that's the only time they actually ever touched, puberty with me ever.
Wait, they told you to shave your pubes?
Well, not shave, but like, trim.
They told you to trim your pubes?
Yes.
Explicitly?
Keep yourself clean.
Oh, they just said
Like
that. Yeah.
explicitly,
Keep
or
yourself
they
clean.
said keep yourself clean?
Just keep yourself clean, like clean the hair like on your body, like armpit hair. And they were like in your private parts. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh wow.
That's a really important distinction to make because,
Yeah.
like, I mean, that's a sensitive topic for parents to bring up.
That's crazy.
It's a topic that your parents should probably bring up, right? Like personal hygiene.
Oh, of course.
Sure, I mean,
100%.
our grandparents are, they shy away from these things.
Yep.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I also
no,
don't know if we
Nick
diverted
Cave,
far away from
We've
the
never
social dilemma.
very
Oh,
far
yeah,
away
yeah.
from the social dilemma. But this,
You're right, I guess.
I,
I'll share
okay,
one last story
regulations
just
was it?
on the tangent to Nakib's is I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
when I was in high school, like early high school, my mom just walked into my room. I'm sitting there playing video games like, a dumbass high school kid was, right? I'm sitting there playing Mass Effect, doing whatever story thing, yada, yada, yada. She just looks at me. And I look back at her. I don't know why she's looking at me funny. And she just looks at me for like 2 more seconds. She's like, I'm gonna buy you a razor. You got some dirty hair on top of your lip, right? I was like, oh, I guess I have a mustache. I look in the mirror. I mean, I had noticed my mustache is growing out, but I didn't, some high school kid growing his very first mustache doesn't know what's going on. Even
Right,
calling it a
right.
mustache is like an exaggeration because that was nothing more than like, upper
Peach
lip
fuzz.
hair. Yeah. Right? And then, hey, next day my mom's like, here's a razor. Go deal with that.
yeah,
Done.
yeah. I didn't grow a beard until like middle of college, so I was always shaving.